section 7.2. Go to a new page. Page 404. We want to find the circumference. Now, here we have a circle. The circumference would be if you, let's say we had a dog, a puppy, and we put that puppy on a leash, right? And he went around and around and around. Well, he would, if he went around and around and around, he would wear out a path, right? Of a circle. That's the circumference. Okay? The circumference is like that outer edge. It's like the perimeter, but for a circle. Okay? And the circumference of a circle is equal to 2 times pi times the radius. The radius is from the center of the circle to the edge. Another equation that you can use is pi times the diameter. And the diameter reaches from one edge of the circle through the center to the other edge of the circle. If it doesn't go through the center, it's no longer diameter, it's something else. Okay, so that would be diameter. Now, you could stick with one equation, 2 times pi times the radius, and if you're given diameter, divide the diameter by 2, and then you're given the radius. So, your radius, if you took your radius and flipped it over to the other side, it's going to be the same. Your radius is going to be the same all the way around that circle. So let's say this is a radius, this yardstick is a radius, or meter stick is a radius. And my hand is the center of the circle. No matter where you're at on that circle, the radius is always going to be the same, whether it's here from one side all the way to the other. So that's why the diameter is going to be twice the radius. Alright? So for problem number 21, we're given a picture. And in this picture, we're shown we have 5.5 miles. Now, what is that? 5.5 miles. What would we say? The radius, right. So we would use the first equation. We want to find the circumference, we would use the first equation, right? Circumference equals to 2 pi times 5.5 miles. Now, in the book, they ask you to write your answer in terms of pi and also write it in terms of an exact answer. Well, since we're not using calculators, pi is an irrational number. Pi is the ratio from the circumference over the diameter. And so it's a rational number, and you get 3.14159, and it just goes on and on and on and on and on. But we're going to estimate, we're going to round pi off to 3.14. And that number is the most common, that's the most well-known number for pi. But just keep in mind, on your calculator, that's why on your calculator, pi, you're going to get a different answer than if you actually rounding that number off. Okay, so first thing we're going to do, the book asks to write it in terms of pi. So that means we're going to take 2, and we're going to multiply 5.5 times 2. And so that's going to give us 2 times 5 is 10, right? 1, 10, and 11. So what we have here is 11 pi miles. Okay? And now what we do is we take 11 and we multiply times 3.14. So that'll give us 314, and then multiply that again, and we get 4543. Okay, so this is an approximate circumference, 34.54 miles. Okay, and since you're using 3.14 and the calculator's answers are based on, the book's answers are based on using the calculators, and we're not using calculators, your answers may be one or two digits off, but as long as you're close to the answer, you know you're going to be right. Okay? And that's why on your study guide it says answers may vary slightly. Okay? Alright, any questions at all with that? Okay, so if we have this next problem, let's do one